This is my current mascot for my channel. I've been using it in all my videos, and I love it. However, it's time to upgrade from this simple moving PNG to this fully animated figure. How did I do it though? You see, I set out on this 100-day journey to learn animation, and so far, I've improved my drawing, studied the principles of animation, and begun animating characters. Now that I know how to animate characters, I want to give my mascot an upgrade to help make my channel stand out. However, I didn't want to just have another digitally animated character like Goober here. I wanted to bring my mascot to life in a whole new way, with stop motion. There was just one problem with that. I had no idea how I would animate this figure using stop motion. In my previous attempts at learning animation, I mostly did stop motion animation with Legos and other similar figures. However, that wouldn't be an option for my mascot. I would need to construct my mascot myself to animate it. At first, I thought to myself, claymation seems fun. Why don't I do that? Perfect solution. The only problem was that I didn't actually have any clay, so claymation was off the table. Then I thought, what if I make a 3D model of my mascot using items lying around the house? But I wasn't sure how I could easily move the arms and legs from one position to the next while animating, so that was off the table too. Out of ideas, I did what any normal person would do, and went to the dollar store. While walking the aisles in the Halloween section, I found a nice little 2D felt witch puppet. It had pins in its joints so you can move the arms and legs around, and that's when it hit me. Back in 3rd grade, I made a similar skeleton with pins stuck through the joints so I could make the limbs move around, but I used paper instead of felt. I realized I could do the same with my mascot, so once I got back home, I went straight to work. I sketched my mascot on paper first, then traced it digitally in Illustrator. I made both a front-facing pose and a 3/4 pose. I also created a smaller version of my mascot that looked similar to Goober. Once I had all the pieces done, I printed them out on cardstock paper. Then I colored each piece using colored pencils. Now I need to cut this all out, so let me do that real quick. Actually, this transition's been overused. Let me do something different. Awesome. Now I just need to put everything together. Let me do that real quick with the power of video editing. Cool. Now I can begin animating. It's been a few years since I've done stop motion animation, so I first made a quick one to get familiar with the program I'm using. So inspiring. Anyway, now I want to practice animating the mascot. There's going to be 3 main positions that I would have my mascot do a lot during my videos. First, I need to animate his talking poses, or when he's moving his hands around while talking. I planned the animation out digitally first, so I could just mimic each frame and limit the number of retakes I would need to do. Then I began actually animating. I used a 3/4 pose first. Once I finished, I put it into Toon Squid and animated the eyes digitally. Anyway, here's the first pose I animated. Anyway, now I need to animate my mascot putting his hands into his hoodie pockets. I taped a second layer of cardstock over the pocket area to create an actual pocket in both poses. For this practice animation though, I decided to use the front-facing pose. Once again, I planned the animation out in Toon Squid, then actually animated it. I had some struggles with putting the hands into the pocket, but the animation still turned out well. Anyway, here's the final animation for it. Now I have the last main pose to animate, the crossed arms animation. This was a little difficult, not gonna lie. I planned the animation out, but I was more concerned that I would keep moving the parts I didn't want to move, making the animation look weird. Surprisingly though, it wasn't that bad, and I made the animation without too much difficulty. Here's the animation for it. I'm really proud of this all. Now I can officially introduce to you all my new mascot for my channel. Mascot, do you have anything to say to the audience? Oh, you don't have a mouth, do you? Heh, whoops. Well, I guess that's my next step, to learn how to lip sync my animation, as well as animate more complex emotions. If you like hearing my yap sessions, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see the rest of my animation journey, click the link to the playlist. Other than that, I'll see you next time.